to encourage everyone to take the COVID-19 vaccine when it is available to you. I was part of the trial and I had the vaccine, and there's nothing wrong with me. There were no side effects.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Natea and welcome to Nasthetics, bringing you content that is aesthetic, authentic, and all about activism. Today we are talking about this COVID-19 vaccine. I just want to come on here and share my thoughts about the vaccine and how a lot of people are talking about vaccinating BIPOC and specifically Black communities first. So hopping right into it. I've been seeing some articles. I remember an article popped up on my phone, and this article was saying that like racial and health equity is equivalent to giving Black folks the vaccine first. And I just kind of looked at that article like, huh? Like what? Like, to me, that doesn't make sense. To give Black folks the vaccine first does not equal racial or health equity. What racial and health equity looks like is getting rid of the liquor stores and the fast food restaurants in our neighborhoods, putting a Whole Foods or a Trader Joe's or at least a quality grocery store in our neighborhood so that we don't have to travel 30 minutes to get to a grocery store. Or maybe stop dumping environmental hazards and pollutants into our neighborhoods so that we can breathe. If we want to talk about racial and health equity, how about we talk about those things first, and then we can talk about the vaccine, okay? I mean, I understand, Black folks are dying 2.4 times higher than whites from COVID. And I understand how that may look like racial and health equity by giving us the vaccine first, since we are dying at higher rates, but no. Like, if you want to show up for us in regards to racial and health equity, help us transform our neighborhoods into healthier communities. Start there. So another thing I want to talk about is medical apartheid, because Black folks aren't just like weary of this vaccine for nothing, okay? We have a reason to mistrust the vaccine, and we have a reason to mistrust the government, because there has been centuries of the government and just medical apartheid from slavery that has caused us to mistrust vaccinations and also just any type of medical treatment. So if you don't know what medical apartheid is actually a book that was released in 2007. I've never read this book, but it is on my to-read list for sure, probably for this year. I have a lot of books on my to-read list, but yeah, so medical apartheid, it talks about the exploitation and the medical experimentation on Black bodies since slavery. So examples of this is like when Black people were enslaved, they would get operated on without consent. And then, Black women, they were mistreated and sexually abused by slave masters and were forced to bear their children. And a lot of this happened because people just thought that Black people, their bodies could endure anything, that they were strong and they can handle anything. So why not do this experiment on them? Why not have them bear our children? The book also talks about the Tuskegee syphilis study, which was conducted on Black men without their consent, and a lot of Black men ended up dying from this. So there's so many examples of exploitation and experimentation on Black bodies. And then on top of that, Black people are not treated correctly in our healthcare systems now. If you look at Black women, if you look at how likely they are to die from childbirth compared to white women, then you see why we don't trust medical professionals, okay? And then on top of that, just in general, Black people do not get treated correctly in medical facilities. We don't get listened to. When we say we have pain or something, they be like, oh, they send us home with some cough syrup or some pills. They be like, okay, you're fine. No, you could go in there and be like, my pain is on 10. I feel like it's something in my kidneys or something. They be like, nah, it ain't that serious. And people have died like that. Black people have died like that because doctors don't listen to them. So like I said, there is a reason why we Black folks have a lack of trust in this vaccine based on the history and then also based on what's happening present day. So the medical field has never showed us that we can trust them. Like, never. They have never showed us that we can trust them. So why would we trust them by letting them give us this vaccine first? On top of that, like, we really don't know much about the vaccine. There's not a lot of transparency with it, and I understand, like, they can't tell us everything about the vaccine, but it's like, it seemed like y'all kind of just put this vaccine together real quick, and now we got it. Like, it doesn't make sense how countries like China and New Zealand have COVID under control without a vaccine, but the US doesn't, and now we have a vaccine. Like, something's not adding up here. And like, how did y'all put together a vaccine that quick? You know, like, what did y'all put in this vaccine? Especially because y'all are finding out things about COVID, new things every day. So y'all don't even, how y'all gonna make a vaccine for a disease y'all don't even know everything about? For a virus y'all don't know everything about, or hardly anything. Like, y'all making guesses at this point. And I mean, I'm not trying to come at them for guessing, because of course, like, they humans like us, the people that are putting out this information, of course they're not going to know all the information about this virus. It's new, so new information is going to come out every day. But why would y'all create a vaccine when y'all still don't know? I feel like y'all still don't know enough about the virus, especially when there's new strains that are coming out now. So I don't know, to me it just doesn't make any sense. And I don't think that Black people are necessarily anti-science or against it. I think that we just don't trust our government, and we don't trust the medical professionals that are trying to take care of us, because they haven't taken care of us properly ever. So, you know, I kind of feel for the people that, I kind of feel for everyone, because I really don't know how they're going to try to, like, display this vaccine. I feel like they're going to try to get everybody to take it, because, you know, just like with schools or like with certain professions, and even with like traveling, I can see them being like, okay, in order for your child to enroll into this school, they have to get the COVID vaccine. Or in order for you to travel, you have to get the COVID vaccine. In order for you to do this or that, you got to get the COVID vaccine. So I feel like they're going to try to put that in our face, and going to make it inevitable. I feel like they're going to make it where we're going to have to get it, possibly. I mean, I would prefer not to get it right now, but yeah. And I would say that I'm not totally against the vaccine in general. Like, I'm not totally against vaccines in general, I should say. Just like with the flu vaccine, I know a lot of Black folks don't really support the flu vaccine now, and they don't get their flu shots every year. But I feel like, for me, I kind of came to more of a realization like a year ago about the flu vaccine and the importance of getting it. I think that because there has been studies and research on it, and it has been being released, like the flu vaccine it's been years of study on the flu vaccine, okay? But the COVID vaccine, that's something different. There has not been years of study on this, so of course I wouldn't trust it. But I think that I'm not against vaccines in general. It's just that, like, why would we put our trust in this vaccine when we don't have enough research? I feel like we don't have enough research to know enough about this. And I understand, like, there has to be trials in order for research to progress, but don't put the trials on Black folks. And that's all I gotta say. Don't trial on Black folks, okay? We are not your research studies, okay? We are not your experimentation. Do not exploit us. If you want to test the vaccine out on people, just don't test it on us. And that's that. So this video, I feel like it's a little bit shorter than my other ones. And because that's all I had to say about the vaccine. That's all I had to say. Straight to the point.
I've said what I had to say. I'm through with it. I'm out of here.
But I hope that y'all enjoyed this video, and let me know your thoughts in the comment section about the vaccine and about vaccines in general, especially in the Black community. Do y'all plan on getting the COVID vaccine? Are you open to getting the COVID vaccine? What are your thoughts on racial and health equity for the Black and BIPOC communities? So I will catch y'all in the next video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all later.